So every single breed has an extensive lore attached to it. For example, cold bloods. Cold bloods are reptilian creatures. They don't look like a snake man. They don't look like a lizard folk. They're not fully lizard like. They're humanoid. They look human, but they may have a forked tongue. They may have just cold blood. Like their hands may be slightly off, or their skin may be a little scaly.
Their
So
eyes.
yeah, their eyes maybe slit or whatever, like a lizard or a snake, but in the end they still look almost human. But the cool thing with cold bloods is the world is the setting of the world is it's always dark. It's called the coming of the eternal night. One day the sun didn't come up, and so now everything is based on moons, on moon sets. So like people live when the moon is up. It's like the sun being up. It's like a regular day. It's called the moonrise. And then when the moon sets, it's called the moonset. And when the moon sets, it's completely dark because there's no additional natural light. And the overarching religion rings these bells 7 times, and it's called the seventh bell, ringing of the seventh bell. So in every major town or city, you hear the bell ringing when the moon's about to set, and when you hear the seventh bell, that means everyone needs to get indoors because the moon's about to go down and things are going to be really dark, which means all the creatures of the night are going to come out and it's going to be very dangerous, right? So, with all that said, well, where do these creatures that are cold blooded live? These cold bloods, right? Because they need warmth. They can't naturally warm themselves in their bodies. So I'm like, well, how do I figure that out? Well, the cold bloods, they were the ones who enslaved everybody during the age of chains back in the history of the world. And after everything broke free and they made a pact and everything with the cold bloods, they almost destroyed the entire society of the cold bloods, but they left 9 temples up and running. So these 9 temples are scattered across the world. But what's interesting is that these 9 temples are what provide warmth to the world. So no one can destroy them, because if you destroy one of the 9 temples, you're removing the source of warmth and heat for that area. And so you have to leave them going. And these 9 temples are warded by these cold bloods, and they're an ancient breed. They have these weird the way they work is not like a natural humanoid, right? They don't think like a normal human or a humanoid. They think almost alien like. So there's all this lore around this one breed, right? And then you have other breeds, like for example, the changelings. Changelings are based on real world lore on changelings, which is not like what D&D does. In D&D, a changeling is just someone who can change shape.
Yeah.
You play changeling in D&D. Oh, today I'm gonna look like you, and tomorrow I'm gonna look like you. Oh, I keep changing shape.
Yeah.
Oh, which is ridiculously powerful. It's ridiculous and obnoxious. We had someone in one of our groups play changeling, and he was just changing into everybody else, and that's just the way it was in fifth edition.
Yeah.
But in real world lore, that's not what a changeling is, right? A changeling is someone who was left behind. Your baby was stolen by a hag or a witch, and a changeling is what was left behind in its place, which is kind of creepy. It's really dark and
And this is
creepy.